My first encounter with the officer over here to the right, he told me when I came in here, he engaged with me and told me I can't sit in the front row. I don't know why. Nobody else sat in the front row for that whole meeting, so I just thought that was not a real warm welcoming. And then I was engaged by the other officer who told me that he needed me at a volume 2 because I was speaking at a volume 4. I'm not really sure why I was given so much grief. I do have a camera and I'm filming, and that shouldn't really raise any suspicions. You have a camera here, you have a camera here, and you have a camera here. But all of a sudden, a guy with a camera who comes into a city for the first time, put yourself in my shoes, and you're being told you can't sit in the front row. You're being cut off during your 3 minutes.
The other one I want to talk about is 387, 388, the cannabis. Just to make you aware, I've gotten a couple phone calls, and I live in that neighborhood, and I actually can smell the cannabis, and other people can smell it also. We were assured at the time when Glade 9 went in that we would not be able to smell it, but within the past couple of weeks, we can smell marijuana. And just so you know, there's schools nearby, and it's a real concern to the neighborhood, and it's a concern of mine that if I go in my backyard, I can smell it. When you drive through Clinton Avenue, you can smell it, and you know, we don't know who we're supposed to turn to get that corrected, but they need to fix it. Thank you.
Is there anyone online?
Not with their hand raised.
Okay. Name, city, and the resolution you're speaking regarding.
Anonymous. I'll be speaking on the resolution for the cannabis as well. I just wanted to state, in my personal opinion, I think the smell of cannabis is good. Cannabis is used by a lot of medical patients, and regardless of whether this is a recreational or adult use, children, parents, teachers, all sorts of professionals and many people from the public use cannabis medically. And recreational dispensaries provide access to people who use it medically, who don't have to go through the steps and the process of getting a card from the state and everything like that. The smell of burnt cannabis or the smell of raw cannabis does not disgust me. I'm happy that you guys are considering this. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments.
Good evening. My name is Sharon Rosario, Plainfield. I'm speaking on the cannabis also. Okay. I live in that neighborhood, and I can smell it very strongly, and I am not a consumer of it. It affects me personally, and I don't like it. I would like something to be done. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Anyone online?
Not with their hand raised, no.
I will be remaining anonymous. I want to speak about some of the things that happened last time I was here. And the first thing I want to say is I encourage everybody that comes up to speak to ask for the 3-minute clock to be shown. It's sad enough that you only get once a month here in Plainfield to speak for only 3 minutes, and we don't even have a clock facing the public because transparency is a big part of government, and not even showing a clock is not a good start. When I came here for the last time, you know, I don't like the security checkpoint, but you guys have in place, that's fine. I feel like it's a Fourth Amendment violation, no big deal, is what it is. The officers who were manning the security checkpoint, they allowed city officials to go through, and through the chair to Dave, you know, we know how we do it in Edison, you know, because otherwise it's viewpoint discrimination. You're granting special privileges for city elected officials and public officials, and if it's for safety, it's kind of a liability issue if you're actually not treating everybody the same. So last time, you know, I even started off my comments by thanking you all for the jobs that you do, and I do get a gauge of everybody, and I do think you're all good people, and you do want the best for your town. I even thanked the city clerk in my opening statements. just to find myself in a back and forth with the city clerk, who decided to cut me off during my public statement. Council President, Mayor, City Clerk, sometimes it's largely a thankless job, and I thank you all for the jobs that you do. Nothing but just disastrous things since the second I got here. Nice individuals, very nice people so far. I've seen that, and I do appreciate
Council
that.
President, if I could just object, we're here speaking about.
It's my public speaking time. Please do not cut me off. You cannot object. It is my public speaking time. This is part of the issue that I'm talking about. The city clerk cannot cut me off during my public comment time. Mr. Attorney, can you please step in and tell the city clerk I'm against the resolution for this reason. You're withholding the clock and interrupting me.
Speaking to the Council President.
You cannot during my time. This is my 3 minutes. Is it 3 minutes even? Because I still didn't get that answer.
It's 3 minutes.
Please don't interrupt me, because I wouldn't interrupt you, and I would not disrupt the meeting, so I could inappropriately speak during a portion of time that does not allow me to speak.
Speaker's time is up.
Thank you,
Council
sir.
President.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to come back now. I really hate to do this, but I mean, I just wanted to come here, make a couple statements. I don't appreciate being interrupted. And the big problem is at the September 29th special meeting, through the chair to Dave, there was no public portion comment for the public to speak on items not on the agenda. And I know you know this, and according to the OPMA, the revised statute 10:4-12, subsection A, every meeting has to have a public portion set aside for items not on the agenda. And through the chair to the public information officer, when you compelled me to look to see what the website stated for the last meeting, it didn't say anything about the executive session, but it did have public comments on it. It did have a public portion for the public to speak, which was then not on the paper agenda that I got the doorway. My first encounter with the officer over here to the right, he told me when I came in here, he engaged with me and told me I can't sit in the front row. I don't know why. Nobody else sat in the front row for that whole meeting, so I just thought that was not a real warm welcoming.
Because the clerk and all of them are going to sit here. You want to sit here? This really good. You
I have to
sit
sit
down.
up front.
You got to sit.
I have to sit up front. Yeah, I mean, if there's seats that are designated for certain people, you could just have the identifiable. See? All right, so they're getting worse as we go on here, because now they're telling me they don't want me to sit in the front seat. So when the meeting is called to order, then we're in a meeting. As of right now, there's my volume's at a 4 right now because I'm just conversating with you. I don't need to be at a 2. All right, I need you to understand that the meeting hasn't started. All right, I'm not trying to give you a hard time, but you are kind of giving me some difficulties for really no reason other than just to kind of discourage me, you know?
Yes, sir.
When the meeting is called to order, my mouth is shut. Like I said, I've been to hundreds of meetings all over New Jersey, right? But right now, we are not in a meeting.
We are in the meeting.
No, we're not. The meeting has not been called to order.
Right. But we are in the meeting. Serve the meeting before
We're
it
in a
starts.
council chambers. We're not in a meeting yet.
You going to serve the meeting before it starts.
The meeting hasn't started. I just tried to explain this to him. He's saying I'm in a meeting.
When you get ready to bang together.
Can you explain to him that we're not in a meeting?
You have a seat.
They're contradicting each other with what they're saying. And then I was engaged by the other officer who told me that he needed me at a volume 2 because I was speaking at a volume 4. I'm not really sure why I was given so much grief. I do have a camera and I'm filming, and that shouldn't really raise any suspicions. You have a camera here, you have a camera here, and you have a camera here. But all of a sudden, a guy with a camera who comes into a city for the first time, you put yourself in my shoes, and you're being told you can't sit in the front row. You're being cut off during your 3 minutes, as I'm bringing up a point of how there was no public comment, so I was forced to speak on the resolution. And as far as I'm concerned, I should have another 3
Council
minutes for
President.
the 3 minutes that was taken from the last meeting.
Council
Can
President,
we
the
at
speaker's
least
time has elapsed.
Okay, thank you.
can we at least acknowledge that there was supposed to be a public portion for every meeting through the chair to Dave? Can we acknowledge that? Every meeting has to have a public portion. Can we at least acknowledge that?
Council President, the
You can-
speaker's time has
You can have a
elapsed.
seat.
Can we acknowledge that?
He can speak freely, but you can sit down as well. If you want to chime in on let us finish public comment. Then we'll have all administration addressed any comments that were heard.
I'll be happy to. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Okay, public hearing is now closed. All right, there's some outstanding questions. I'll give the administration an opportunity to respond to. We could start with the public requirement for public comments in special meetings.
Certainly. Thank you, Council President. I have had an opportunity since the last meeting to confer with the clerk on this. And I think there's a piece of information that hasn't come to light, particularly in the public comments this evening, is that we are subject to a special charter. Plainfield is unique in that we are one of 8 municipalities in the state that has a special charter. What does that mean? Our special charter is adopted by the state legislature, not only by the state legislature, but by 2/3 of the state legislature, a supermajority. So what is the effect of that? The effect is that our charter trumps any state law to the contrary. And in our charter specifically, it states that the council has the right to adopt its own procedures with regard to public meetings. Now, by and large, we follow the Open Public Meetings Act. And I believe on the last special meeting, we did follow the Open Public Meetings Act because there was a public comment section. But whether or not it's a general public comment section or specific to the resolution that was voted on, that is up to this governing body. And by having an agenda that had just one public comment, you were in compliance with the special charter. So I think that individuals who only look at the Open Public Meetings Act will be missing this very important law as it applies to Plainfield. Hopefully that answers your question. Thank you.
Thank you. So we...
Sir. Watch your mouth.
You ready for me?
Yeah, we want to
go on? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Go right
Let's
ahead.
talk about everything else.
What's up, YouTube? Social Justice Water Pipe here. I'm going to make this brief. David Minchello is a fucking liar. He's a fucking swine. He's a fucking crook. It's the same law firm from Edison, New Jersey. Same law firm who tried to ban me from their meetings. This law firm covers up constitutional violations. They cover up non-compliance issues all over the state of New Jersey. And I don't really feel like making this an educational moment. It's not. These guys are fucking crooks. They just do whatever they want. So on a lighter note, I'm going to leave you with a video of me dressed as Bongholio, playing a song and making it up live on the spot with a crowd of people outside of a dispensary celebrating the legalization of marijuana, which we have here in New Jersey. So enjoy that video, and thank you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe.
Bongholio gets physical. Bong hits no more criminal. Law abiding's critical. Minchello, he is pitiful.